Hey Preceptors, welcome to week 3 of the academic semester. Crazy, week 3 already. So here is your bi-weekly Preceptor update. So hopefully the first 2 weeks have been going well. The training wheels are coming off, and you guys are starting to get comfortable with each other. This is also a good time where if any issues or small things have popped up, it would be time to address them. Because sometimes if we don't address things right away or nip them in the bud, they can like turn into something that progresses for the entire semester. So if anything like that's going on, I encourage you to go ahead and take care of that, or let me know, and I can obviously help and assist with that. Thank you. All of the students turned in their preceptors, student assignments, contracts, and expectations. Those are great. It's really nice to see that we have preceptors that care so much about our students. So those are really, really nice. So thank you for that. So breakdown. Second years, they're in their immersion. They have their virtual meetings with me this week. So every few weeks they have to schedule one. So I'm checking in with them all this week. So they will be getting that done. For their transition to practice class, they had their orientation last week to do that interprofessional visit. Thank you all for making accommodations to let them attend that. It's really important. They will be working on scheduling the actual visit with their older adult and their team for that interprofessional visit in the upcoming weeks. That has to be done by the end of February. So they have to schedule that around the older adult schedule because they have to go visit them in the home. So just make accommodations as needed to that. And again, greatly appreciated. They also had to take their mock BOC exam. So I'm not sure how that turned out. I would ask them, how did that go? How did each domain break down? Maybe aid and assistance in helping them develop and putting a plan together for studying for that. Other than that, they should be doing well, obviously doing everything. A good thing to kind of think about now that maybe they're getting in a groove is don't forget to expose them to non-traditional things, meaning like if there's a weekly staff meeting or a monthly staff meeting, or you have to do this aspect, or maybe there's something associated with the school that you have to do, really expose them to not those kind of standard traditional things, because that's the purpose of the immersion experience, is to really prepare them to transition to practice. So maybe kind of think about that and what could be some unique things you could expose them to. For our first year students in rehab, they are working on neuromuscular recruitment, proprioception. They'll be going on to range of motion and then joint mopes. In gross anatomy, they are starting with the lower extremity and then moving up. And remember, the purpose of that course is to kind of link anatomy to eval assessment and even therapeutic rehab. So really kind of bridging those gaps. Don't forget that open lab is Thursday mornings, 9:30 to 12, I believe. So if the students want to attend that, if you could make that accommodation, that would be great. Integrative, we're finishing up forearm, wrist and hand evaluation this week, and then we're moving on to manual muscle testing. So things for just in general for them, obviously with them just coming out of assessment, focusing on evaluations, doing them, focusing on palpations is huge, especially with muscles. We think that'll be a nice link between anatomy and palpations, them focusing on their muscles. And something I thought of would be good to work on, especially because you might have some downtime this time of year, with them working on their tapings. We spend a day or two on it in the curriculum, but really the only exposure they get to kind of practice that is when they are with you guys. So maybe allowing them some time to practice that. And if you guys need supplies or something, because I know your budgets are limited, let me know, and I can always provide you with that, because you guys, I don't want you wasting all of your supplies on our students. So that's kind of the breakdown for the courses, what's going on with the students. Other updates, Katie. All right, so big updates with that. Our site visit is February 24th through the 26th. Dr. Moni's been working on the agenda and the actual schedule. We're pretty sure we should have that finalized this week. So then I'll be contacting and letting you know and maybe organizing some things. I do know that we are going to request and just have an open forum for preceptors to come on campus for interviews. So just thinking about that in your brain. If you can make it, that would be great and amazing. If you can't, completely understand. We're hoping to maybe do that Tuesday morning. And then I might be reaching out to some of your sites individually to see if we could stop by and do a site visit. So just kind of wanted to plant those seeds for those types of things. Another thing we found out from Katie is that they want our current preceptors to complete a contemporary expertise table. So I will send that information out in a separate email. So don't worry about that, but letting you know that there's going to be an Excel document and you're going to have to fill it out and complete it and turn it around in a couple of weeks, because this is something new, guess new standards, and so this is something that they want from us. So something we kind of have to have a quick turnaround. But I'll send that out separately, but knowing that that's coming. And then just in general, in regards to just kind of the whole Katie aspect, they're coming, they're doing the site visit. I'm super excited. We're really excited. We think we have an amazing program here. And I want you guys to know that I think we have an amazing clinical education component to our program. And this is your time to also go ahead and be a part of that experience and shine. And letting you know that I value you guys. And I know that we have amazing preceptors and amazing sites. And I'm looking forward to showing off what we have. So, if we're able to make it to you guys for an actual site visit, or if you guys can make it down here for that preceptor interview roundtable, it's really just as much as your baby as it is our baby. And I think you guys should be proud of what you're part of, because I'm proud of that. And I just want you guys to know that I value you. And yeah, so I'd love to see you guys be able to be a part of the visit as much as possible. Other random things, some of you guys responded and will be collaborating with me for the simulations, which is fun. We'll be working on that this week. Evalu, if you guys have issues, let me know. And then I've also started to send out emails to kind of the supervisors of all the areas saying, I'm interested in expanding. How do we expand to other sites within your hospital system? And or do you know of anyone? So for you guys, if you know of anyone who's interested in being a preceptor or becoming a clinical site, please let me know, because I'm thinking for the future, And 1 to 2 years now, when we're accredited and we're taking cohorts of 20, we want to be able to go ahead and accommodate for that, but also provide our students with great clinical education experiences. So if you know of anyone, please let me know. And as usual, I like to end with a teaching tip. And so I thought this one would be kind of a good idea as far as maybe something you could do in class. I always enjoyed doing a role reversal. So we're used to, us being the certified athletic trainer, the preceptor, and then we have the student. So I was thinking to reverse that. You be the student, and then them be the preceptor. And then you guys decide, you pick a task, something to complete, and then you're the one completing, you're the one doing it, and then the student's watching you and they're giving you feedback. Now you can take it any way you want. You could take it as far as you're generally doing it within your academic knowledge and just wanting their feedback, or you could pretend to be a student a little bit and make some mistakes here and there or miss things intentionally, to see if they can pick up on it. Now, keep in mind, the task will be within the realm of whatever level student you have. So maybe, if you're working with a first year student, it might be something related to, evaluations, right? But maybe if it's for a second year student, it's something more related to, I don't know, a rehabilitation protocol, and you give them something and say, hey, give me feedback on this. And again, you guys might already be doing these things, but a ways to kind of do that. And then that allows the student to give you feedback so you can see the things that they've missed. It allows you also to become better or learn, because maybe there were things you generally missed and you're like, oh, didn't see that. But can see, and it can also help you assess where they are at academically. Like, what are the things they're picking up on? What are they not picking up? So it kind of allows you to develop that zone that they're in as far as their academic ability or competence. I think it also is really great because it allows the students to have to give feedback. So it makes them realize that it's challenging, more challenging than you think. It also helps you kind of understand how they might want to receive feedback, which is enlightening. And then I also kind of think the really great part of doing something like this, like the role reversal, is that it really allows the students to see that you acknowledge the relationship as reciprocal, meaning you both can learn from each other, and expressing that you make mistakes all the time and you're not perfect, and that's okay and that's fine. And so I think there could be a lot of value in doing something like this. And maybe you start out something small with like the first year is a taping technique and you work up to an evaluation, and maybe with the clinical immersion kits, you throw them out there and give them something really big and huge to kind of start off with, and then maybe after you go through it, then you actually reverse, and then obviously have the student do it and then you do it. But I think it's a really great way to kind of break down some walls in communication and really show that you guys are there to kind of work together as a team. So teaching tips, feel free to use it. You don't have to if you don't want to, but I thought it would be something cool. So as usual, if you have any questions, let me know. Always here to help. So yeah, that's about it. And I'll see you guys in a couple weeks.